Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about spring awakening. Just real quick before I headed out to work. I'm like super excited. This will be my second year actually going to spring awakening. I had so much fun last year. I wish I would have went the years before. Like I had the opportunity to go around like 2014 and up, but basically I never went because lots of people told me that it was like rowdy kids and it was like a younger crowd, and I like foolishly like listened to them instead of like taking it upon myself to go experience the event for myself. And I went last year for the first time and it was awesome. Like I had such a good time besides the really shitty weather, which I'm kind of nervous because I'm looking at the forecast and next weekend's weather looks like it's going to be raining all weekend, which really fucking sucks, but I'm still gonna go. I don't care. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about basically what to expect, maybe a little bit of background history on spring awakening, transportation, how to use the app, and possible meetup locations so I can meet you guys and trade candy. So let's get started. Okay, so a little bit about Spring Awakening. So Spring Awakening started back in 2011. It was created by this event company called React Presents. React Presents was created or founded back in 2008, and it is an event company based out of Chicago, Illinois. So when they created Spring Awakening in 2011, they hosted it at Soldiers Field all the way up until 2015. In 2016, they moved it to Adams-Medell Park, and now they are moving it to Hoffman Estates or Hoffman, Illinois. Now, we were actually supposed to be going to Douglas Park, but if you knew anything about the scandal that happened back in November last year, basically React Presents had made a post stating that they were going to be hosting Spring Awakening at Douglas Park. They made a whole bunch of promises about having like a bigger venue, more room for art installations, parking availability, and a whole bunch of awesomeness. Well, what it seemed like is that they didn't notify the local officials or the aldermen at all about them moving there. And basically George Cardenas, I think that's how you say his name, he's the 12th Ward alderman, and I'm assuming that's of Douglas Park. He made a statement saying that, you know, he felt super disrespected that Spring Awakening didn't let him know that they were going to be hosting the event there. He said that they didn't go through the proper channels, and it was just a big miscommunication. It was just like really bad press for Spring Awakening. And what ended up happening is that we didn't get the spot for Douglas Park, but we did get Hoffman Estates. So Douglas Park would have been more ideal because it is in the city. Hoffman, Illinois is like an hour outside of the city. So to a lot of people, that it's kind of like a downer, but you know, it is further away from the lake, so it might mean that the weather might be better. So we'll see. Spring Awakening is an 18 and up festival, and if you want to get VIP, you have to be 21 years or up. So if you want to get in the festival, you need to bring an ID that shows your date of birth and your face. It has to have your face on there. They do accept temporary IDs, which is really awesome. So if you are in the process of getting your permanent one, just bring your paper ID, then you'll be able to get into the festival. They also accept passports. The doors will be opening at 1 p.m. and will be closing at 10 p.m. I'm pretty sure that this is like the normal time frame because it's not like EDC where we're out in the middle of a desert and there's nobody around to complain about the noise. So yeah, in the city there's usually like a 10 o'clock like noise-free zone or some shit like that. I don't know, it's some like type of law that, you know, no concerts can be going on that's making like a loud amount of noise after 10 p.m. So even though we're not going to be at Douglas Park this year, I did a little bit of research on Hoffman Estates, and I'm kind of impressed because basically it's 27 acres, so it's literally 3 times the amount of space that Adams and Medill Park had to offer. And Adams and Medill Park was pretty big to me, but 3 times the space, I'm like super excited about that, because that means more art installations, more food vendors, more spaces for vendors to sell their like pens, which I collect all the time, and merchandise. This also means that we have really affordable parking this year. So for general admission, it's about $50, and if you want preferred parking, it's $95. I am probably gonna do general admission, because from the looks of the map, it kind of looks like it's just like a couple blocks away, and I don't mind walking that far, versus the preferred parking, which is about it looks like it's right across the street from the entrance. Now, if you don't have a car or you're not carpooling, you do have other options available to you, which is the Metro or the Blue Line, or lastly, they have free shuttle buses that get you from the Metro and the Blue Line. So I thought that was really nice of them that they're going to be offering the shuttle buses. They're going to be running from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. So an hour before the festival and an hour after the festival is over. Now with the Blue Line, if you're in the city, you probably want to take the Blue Line if you're not going to be doing Uber or riding with somebody in a car. Blue Line is your best bet because it's 24 hours. And all you have to do is get off at the Rosemont station heading towards O'Hare, and you're gonna get on the 610 bus heading towards Prairie Stone Park. So that is about a 32-minute drive on the bus from the Rosemont spot to the festival, and then there's like an 8-minute walk to the actual festival, I think, maybe a little bit more, but that's not terrible. And if you want to take like an Uber or something, it's only a 24-minute drive from the train station to the festival. Now with the Metro, I didn't really look that up because I'm not in the surrounding suburbs of Chicago, so you guys can just check that out. But you do need to make sure that your line, whatever Metro line you're taking, isn't going to close before the festival, isn't going to end before the festival ends, because the Metro lines are not 24 hours. And you know, if you're in the city, you can take the Metro in too, but I suggest the Metro more so for people who are in the suburbs, because 24 hours on the Blue Line just makes more sense to me. Also, if you guys aren't doing any of that and you're probably just staying at a hotel nearby, you can also ride your bike up there, and also Uber or Lyft like I mentioned before. So if you want to take your bike, basically they have a designated area where people can park their bikes for free. Now currently the tickets are pretty much sold out. I, however, am selling tickets on Pollen. I'm a Pollen ambassador. So if you guys need tickets, I'm selling general admission and VIP. They are running out, and they might run out probably 3 days before the festival. That's usually around the time that they sell out. So when you're seeing this, I'm probably going to post this Saturday. So basically, if you don't have your tickets and you're seeing this now, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, DM me, or you can email me at givemepl@gmail.com. Email me your name and number and the days that you want to go, and I will send you the link so that you can purchase your tickets. I also sell tickets for other festivals too, like Lollapalooza and North Coast, so just let me know if you want to buy your tickets. Now moving on to set times, let's go onto the website. Basically, if you scroll down here, you have to click on lineup and you get all the set times. So you can look at the set times by like artists or by days, and you basically just like add an artist. You have to log in through Facebook, but you just add an artist, and then once you add an artist that you like, then you can click on my schedule. It'll pop up somewhere around here, and it'll show you all of the people that you want to see in order of the times that they're performing and the days. So I mean, that's kind of like a general way to do it, but I really like using the app. So if you just click Spring Awakening right here and you scroll down to the bottom, you see download app. So click that and you can go ahead and see the link to download the app onto your iPhone or Android, or you can just download it on your actual phone where the app application is. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through the app with you guys just to give you a better understanding. This app is really revolutionary, I feel like. Basically, you just click discover, and let's say you don't know any of the artists that are playing. I personally don't know a lot of the people that are playing. I am stuck on a few artists, and I'm the type of person that just like will listen to somebody's song until it's fucking played out, and it doesn't give me the opportunity to explore other artists. So I thought this app was really awesome, and I kind of want to like use the app even when the festival's over so that I can get to know some of these artists that are performing. So if you just scroll down, and let's just pick one. I don't know who AJ is, so I'm clicking AJ. And okay, that's not a good one because they don't have it. Okay, so let's pick one that has a picture on it. Okay, so Blunts and Blondes. No, Bomber. Okay, Bomber. I don't know who Bomber is. So let's click Bomber, and you can see right away bass. That's the style or the subgenre of EDM it is. You got the name. You can listen to them on SoundCloud, and you have all their social media links so that you can basically stalk these people. So I really like it. And then you can press star, and as you press star, it'll literally add them to your list or your schedule, and that way you won't miss anybody that you're gonna go see. So I'm gonna unclick them because I don't necessarily want to see them, but let's move on. All right, so let's click schedule, and basically through schedule, you can see who's actually playing by day. And Thursday, you see there's a little pre-party. So on Friday, you can see every single person that's playing in order by time and by day. So this is a little bit more user-friendly versus using the website. And I just really like it. So that way you can search, you know, who you want by time. So depending on like, you know, when you arrive there. So Discover lets you see the artists and figure out like what, you know, what type of music they play, and like their social media links. And Schedule lets you see like who's playing when. And then artists, you can find them alphabetically. And let's see, let's go on to the next one. Maps. This is really awesome because you can locate, here's the actual map, but you can locate yourself through GPS. So if you set it up, when you first set this up, when you allow your settings to have your GPS location, or let the app have your GPS location, then wherever you are on the map, the GPS will like pinpoint you, so you'll know exactly where you are on the map through the GPS. I don't know why like it took me so long to say that. I'm sorry. Okay, so moving on, tickets. You can buy your tickets through the app. You know, it's kind of late in the game now. Pretty much everything is sold out. Like I told you, only thing that's pretty much left is VIPs, but I have general admission if you guys are looking to go still. And then social, you have social media. This is Spring Awakening social media. And then lastly, we have festival guide. This is super important. So, you know, you can flick through all these, but I'd say the most important thing on here is the prohibited items list. So this is really important, guys. The two things on here that I messed up with last year is that I brought an umbrella because the weather was super shitty and I never got my umbrella back. And then the other thing that I messed up with is I brought a tripod to the festival. Luckily, the security was really cool. I was really extremely nice and persuasive, so they let me bring it in, but I think they see it as a weapon, so that's why they're not, you know, letting people bring tripods or GoPro sticks. So yeah, just think about that because mine cost me $40. It's a Sony one, and if I would have lost that, then, you know, I would have been totally pissed. Let's see, partners, that's some other stuff that you don't really need to worry about. Basically, that's just who's that's basically who's sponsoring Spring Awakening. So, you know, they probably have a lot of stands up. I know they have a Monaco stage and they have an Electric Beach little stage too, but, you know, that's whatever. But yeah, that's basically the app in a nutshell. I really suggest that you guys download the app so that you guys can be prepared. I'm a type of go with the flow type of person when it comes to festivals, but this year or this event, I wanted to explore like going to specific like set times and everything, and you know, just like for example, Rez. I saw her at EDC Las Vegas, but I didn't see the whole show. I only saw like half of it or a little bit of it. I want to see the entire show from beginning to end. So I put it in my little schedule and I'm going to see RAVE, the whole show. Okay guys, so the last thing that I wanted to go over was the map and possible meetup locations. So if we go back onto the website, you go to info and then you click festival map, it'll bring you to the festival map. And if you click on this, it'll open up a tab that just shows the map by itself. And then we can like kind of zoom in to get a closer look. You can also view this map on your Spring Awakening app like I showed you previously. So I just want to go over a few things that are important. For example, definitely water stations. You need to stay hydrated, even though it's going to be maybe a little cold and rainy. I'm not sure, I'm not claiming that, but if it is, it doesn't matter. You still need to stay hydrated because you're going to be walking around and having a lot of fun dancing, so it's important that you stay hydrated. So they have one right here on the north side of the festival, and they also have one right here by VIP upgrades or the VIP section. I don't know if that's only VIP's free water station or if that's everybody's, but from the looks of it, it looks like it's on the outside of the little line. So hopefully it's for everyone, because that'd be kind of weak if it's just only one water station. So I honestly, I wish they would have more, but we'll see how it turns out. They have a lot of ATMs. They have about like 7 ATMs. Of course, they have more ATMs than water stations, but they have like 2 little food areas. They have 5 stages. Solstice looks like it's going to be the biggest one. That's number 1 to the west side of the stage, and the entrance to the west side of the map, and to the east side of the map is the entrance. So we'll be entering on the east side of the festival. The other thing that's important to know is the medical tents. So we have about 4 medical tents, 1 outside of the festival. So it's important to know where those are, just in case, you know, somebody is having a drug overdose or somebody is dehydrated and passes out. Even though it's going to be probably cold and rainy, and I'm not claiming that, it still happens. People still get dehydrated because they're so caught up in having fun. They don't pay attention and drink enough water. So it's important to know where those locations are. And other than that, pretty much it's self-explanatory, guys. You know, right here we have the shopping carts. That is where the merch is, or the vendors will be. I will be there because I'm hoping to score some more pins. I always buy pins when I go to festivals, and I actually lost like 3 of my pins recently at the club because I didn't put, it's a long story, but don't wear your pins to the club, y'all. Okay, so VIP, I'm not going to be doing, well, I might be doing VIP, I'm not sure. I'm working there for a couple hours. I'm going to be there with a videographer, Chris Andrews. I'm going to be working with him for a few hours in Corona, basically shooting some stuff. So I don't know if that allows me VIP access, but I will be doing that. I usually don't buy VIP, even if it's a big festival, because I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, but I am barely inside the VIP section. So that's my whole take on it. But they do have a little hot air balloon. I don't know what that is, but that looks like a lot of fun. So hopefully, you know, everybody has fun when they go into VIP and see that. I would love to see what that's about. Hopefully people post like videos and stuff about that. The other thing is lockers. The lockers are almost the same price as the parking. I think it's like $50 for the weekend, $20 a day, maybe $35. I'm not sure, but basically if you want to put your stuff up and you want to dance hands-free, you can do that. And if you buy it for the weekend, you can reserve it for the whole weekend. That way, leaving your stuff there overnight, not having to worry about taking it in and out of the festival. And I will leave the links to the parking, lockers, buying tickets, everything that I mentioned, the app, all in the description box. So don't worry about having a hard time. If you're having a hard time finding any of this, I will leave that in the description box. So just look out. If I missed anything, just write a comment or DM me and I'll definitely get that information to you as soon as possible. So the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is meetup locations. So I want to meet you guys. I've never done a meetup before. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know if anybody would like even show up, even though people hit me up all the time. You know, a lot of stuff is going on, so you know, I just want to plan it at just the right time so that people don't like want to go see their favorite, like, I don't want to compete with the artist or any other meetups that are going on. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do a meetup with, combine it with, I can't even think, Chicago Shufflers, because I'm a part of that group too, or if I just wanted to do my own thing so I can just meet you guys and exchange candy, because I also wanted to record some of my followers and just people at the festival on my vlog and on this channel. So I'm still trying to decide that, but if you guys are following me on my social medias at Give Me P.L.U.R for everything, then just stay tuned, look at my story, look at my posts, and I will post the exact day and times of my meetups. I don't know if I'll be doing it every day or maybe one day that weekend. I'm just not sure, but just stay tuned. I think that I'm going to have it at the Ferris wheel right here, the one that is closest to the Monaco stage and north of the Corona Beach area. And I want to have it on the west side of it, like right here on like this area. So if anything changes, I will let you guys know. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope this was informative, and I hope this helps you guys kind of figure out where you want to, you know, take this adventure for Spring Awakening and how you want to go about it. So go ahead and leave comments or questions, or tell me what your next festival is going to be if you're not going to Spring Awakening. I can't wait to see you guys there. See you in the next one. Peace.